Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about Deathloop. I have just completed the game. It took me 22 hours and this game is really fun. So I'm basically going to try to sell you this game in today's review. But before we jump into that, I'm trying to hit 50,000 subs by the end of the year, so I'd really appreciate it if you smash that subscribe button. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. Alright, so first things first is disclaimers. I did not receive a review copy. I paid for this game full retail price and I'm playing the PC version. So what exactly is Deathloop? You play a character called Colt. You wake up on the beach, you don't remember your name, you don't know what's going on, you don't know how you got there, and you're like, alright, I guess I'm gonna have to find out what's going on. You go outside and the first thing you notice is everyone is trying to kill you for some reason, and you're like, okay, great, I guess I pissed off everyone. And so you need to survive until the end of the day and you need to find out what is going on. Now a single day cycle is split into 4 parts. You have morning, noon, afternoon, and evening. And it just so happens you also have 4 different areas. So you've got the complex, you've got Updam, you've got Carl's Bay, and you've got Fristrad Rock. So these are the 4 different areas, you've got 4 different times, and different things happen at different times. So your original goal is to survive till the end of the day. However, after you do survive to the end of the day, you realize that, oh, you just respawn and it returns back to day 1. And that is the loop. So whether you die or you make it to the end of the day, either way, it will reset your progress back to day 1. So how exactly do you break this loop? You need to kill these 8 visionaries. Think of them as like final bosses. And so you need to kill all 8 of these final bosses before the end of the day in order to break the loop. So keep in mind, you got 4 parts of your day, you've got 4 different zones, and you've got 8 bosses. So at the very beginning, it sounds very overwhelming because the bosses aren't going to be spawning in specific areas at any given time. So it's not like there's always 2 people in Complex, 2 in Updam, 2 in Carl's Bay, whatever. It's actually, they rotate. They have their own schedules, they have their own lives. So for example, now it is in the morning in Carl's Bay, there's only 1 visionary there at the moment. So as you're playing this game, you're finding out more information about the visionaries so that you can use this information against them to set up some death traps or to set up some assassination opportunities where multiple visionaries line up and you can kill them all at once. And this is what is so fun about Deathloop. For each time you come back to life or each loop, you retain knowledge. So at the very beginning, you can't keep your guns, you can't keep your power-ups, you can only keep the knowledge that you gained from that specific run. So for example, maybe there was an armored door which needed a specific code. So you go out of your way, you find what the code is on your first loop, and once you have that knowledge, then on your second attempt, you can automatically just go to the door, just open it up because you know the password. However, after about 40 minutes to an hour into the game, you do get this new resource which allows you to keep your power-ups as well as keep your weapons. Now do keep note that you can't keep all of your weapons, but you can keep some weapons. So you can see over here on my loadout, I have a silenced pistol over here, I have a sniper rifle, and I have some dualies over here. So these weapons, as you can see, there are set by rarity types. So purple is legendary and orange over here are unique weapons. So in order to get these orange unique weapons, you actually have to do something in the world to set up a certain scenario so that said person with this unique weapon really wants to kill you or shows up or something along those lines. For example, to get the sniper rifle, I had to piss off someone really bad where they wanted to hunt me down like 24/7, and then they set up a very elaborate trap and then they told me, hey, I got a present for you, blah blah blah, and then they try to kill me, but I kill them instead and I take their weapon. And it's the same with all of these unique weapons. There's always a puzzle around it. You need to unlock certain criterias, you need to get to a specific area at a specific time, and then there's all these different puzzles that you need to solve on the spot as well in order to gain access to these unique weapons, which makes it really fun because these unique weapons are extremely strong. Especially the sniper rifle over here. I love this sniper rifle. Explosive decapitations. Headshots cause explosions. It's got a scope on it. You can aim further, you can shoot sharper, and you may also have noticed over here that I have all of these different trinkets. So not only do you need to work towards getting a nice weapon or weapon that you like, there are also different trinkets which can increase the potency of your weapon. So you see over here I've got Big Box, which gives me more magazine size. I've got lightning strike, which allows me to shoot even greater distances. I've got sure shot, which makes sure that all of my shots are accurate the further I shoot. So it's really cool. There's a lot of customizability around these weapons, so you can make them even more effective for your playstyle. Now, this game is not only about the weapons, you've also got these slabs or superpowers. So you can see over here, I've got Aether as well as Shift. Aether allows me to become almost entirely invisible, and they also have upgrades. So for example, I've got Ghost. If I don't move while I'm invisible, it doesn't drain my power or my energy. And I've also got Flicker, which allows me to shoot things and stay invisible while I'm killing enemies. And you've got a whole bunch of different upgrades which you can unlock by killing the visionaries. So as I said earlier, there are 8 visionaries, and each visionary has their own unique power or slab. So the more times you kill that visionary, the more chances you have in getting these better upgrades, which you can use in order to make future loops easier. And this is where the game gets really fun, because you can target farm specific visionaries if you like their slabs or their powers. For example, I really like the invisible one, so I specifically hunted this guy down multiple times in order to get my desired upgrades for this specific perk. And there's another one over here that's Shift, teleport over short distances. This is also very fun. It's literally a blink. I could teleport all over the place with this ability, and this is another ability that I really like. But that's not all. We don't only have superpowers as well as weapons, we also have our own little passive abilities which we could also unlock. For example, here, Never Say Die, maximum health is greatly increased, as well as Juiced Up, maximum power is greatly increased, and you got a whole bunch of different abilities over here which can augment your own playstyle. So for example, there is hacking in this game. You can hack computers faster if you have a specific perk. You can double jump in the game if you have another perk. You can pull out weapons quicker. There's dual wielding, and there are perks which increase the damage when you dual wield or decrease the recoil as well as bullet spread when you're dual wielding. And there's a lot of really cool stuff about this game. Another thing I love about this game is the cause and effect. So the NPCs as well as the visionaries are going to act the same way every single day. However, you can do specific things to change that. For example, there's a specific visionary that really likes fireworks. However, his firework factory blows up in the afternoon and sets on fire, and everything that was inside that building gets burnt to crisp. So what you can do is you can go to this factory in the morning to find out why the factory burned down, and you can prevent it from burning down in order to find out more information which can aid you in your epic quest on killing all 8 visionaries in a single day. And this is the whole cause and effect thing. And on top of that, it goes even deeper. You can actually do specific actions in order to cause the visionaries or cause the NPCs to do something else. So for example, let's say there's a visionary at the complex in the afternoon, but maybe you don't want that visionary there in the afternoon. What you can do is you can do some detective work to find out why are they in the complex in the afternoon. Maybe they're going there because they're there to meet someone. So what you can do is you can really screw with the AI by discouraging that visionary from meeting said person by causing some beef between them, by causing some drama, by maybe setting up some traps or some explosives so the person that they're supposed to meet dies in the morning or something, so that they don't go to the complex or they don't go to whatever location during set time, and they'll go somewhere else. And so it's really fun. It's really deep in the sense that you can really screw around with the AI so that you can get the desired outcome in order to aid your epic quest on killing all 8 of these visionaries in a single day. And this is super duper fun. I love messing around with the AI. Now, obviously there are some downsides to this game, so you know, I can't ignore them. The first thing is the PC requirements are extremely high. So I have a GTX 1060 as well as an i7 7700K, and I'm running this game on everything low. However, as you guys can see on the B-roll right now, this is on everything on the lowest possible settings, and I'm getting 60 FPS, buttery smooth, very nice. It works perfectly fine. I didn't encounter any of the bugs that other people posted on Reddit as well as on Steam, saying, you know, they get random crashes or they're getting like stuttering or micro stuttering. I didn't have any of that, but I do have all of the settings on the absolute lowest. I have adaptive FPS on half, so that's like, it tries to maintain 75 FPS, but it works perfectly fine. It looks gorgeous, and you know, for me, this is fine. This type of graphics looks okay to me because the story and the gameplay carries this game a ton. Now as you're playing Colt and you're exploring this world, obviously there is someone trying to screw you over other than the NPCs. There is a character called Juliana. She is basically the protector of the loop while you are the breaker of the loop. You're trying to break the loop by killing all 8 visionaries. She is trying to protect the loop by killing you. And she comes in randomly. Usually she is a player controlled character. This is a little bit of the multiplayer aspect where you can invade other people's world. Think of it like Dark Souls, where you can invade other people's world and try to screw them over. It's the same concept here. Juliana comes into your world and she just hunts you down. But there are some perks to this. If you manage to take out Juliana, you can take whatever guns she had, you can take whatever perks, whatever upgrades she had, and these upgrades and these perks and these guns are now yours, which you can then use the special currency in order to keep them in your future loops. So sometimes you might actually want Juliana to invade your world and set up a trap for her so that when she's hunting you down, she walks into the trap, you kill her, you take her loot. Now, as I said earlier, this is the multiplayer aspect of it, but don't worry, you can actually turn this off. So when Juliana invades your world, it is always controlled by an NPC. You can set it to friends only, so only friends invade your world, or you can set it to public where anyone can invade your world. And the last con, which is actually a pro for me, and that is the AI is extremely stupid. For me, I'm playing this game as a casual player. I love how stupid the AI is because you can do some really cheesy stuff. You can go in stealth, you can kill someone, run away, and do this hit and run strategy, and the AI is just gonna be like, oh look, it's a dead body, oh whatever, and then they'll just lose aggro. But you can also go in guns blazing if you want and just cause mayhem and everything. But do keep in mind that your HP pool at the very beginning of the game is actually really low. You die in like 3 shots. So going stealth is probably the way to go. It's a lot easier to beat the game playing full stealth. However, if you want to go full guns blazing, you definitely could do that. And if you're like a couple hours into the game, there are definitely a lot of perks which allow you to play that way. There's like take less damage when you get shot. When you get shot, you can actually take the bullets that you got shot with and convert that into your ammunition so that you can shoot back at them, which is really cool. And there's a whole bunch of different upgrades that actually fit your playstyle if you want to go in loud and proud. So in conclusion, Deathloop is a very fun single player experience. It is very story driven. However, there is a lot of replayability because there's a lot of secrets, a lot of information, there's a lot of guns to find, especially those unique guns. It does take a little bit of time, maybe several loops, in order to get all the clues to find out, okay, where do I find this gun, what conditions do I need to meet, so forth and so on. And the game is just the right balance of holding your hand, giving you just enough clues so that you actually find out what exactly you're doing, but leaving it open-ended enough that you actually have to go out and do some detective work as well as some puzzle solving. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the